The mods in today's video can make you millions of coins, and we're going to talk about how. Mods in Hypixel Skyblock can make you insane amounts of coins because they can influence the way you play the game, give you extra information, and give you an edge over other players. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 mods that I found incredibly helpful in my Hypixel Skyblock journey in trying to earn more coins, and it should be able to help you as well. But before we continue, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. In the last video that I asked people to subscribe, we gained an insane amount of subscribers, but still only 10% of my viewers are subscribed. So please subscribe if you have not already. There should be a list of all of the most recent subscribers going down on the bottom of my screen right now. So if you have not subscribed already, now is really a good time to do it because your name might be in the next video. Who knows? So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get back to these fantastic money-making mods. So the first one is going to be Bazaar Notifier. So if we come over to the Bazaar, you can click in and see I have this menu and this menu. Now these are both incredibly helpful things that can increase my profits on Bazaar. So this one tells me some very helpful Bazaar flips. For example, right now, the gemstones can usually be good flips, but they are more risky flips. As you can see, if we go in here and we look at the flawless Jasper gemstone is telling me is a good flip, which is. There's a huge margin right there, but it does sometimes have a lower volume. So it can be a less perfect flip, but it probably is a pretty good flip right now. One that would make more sense right now would be Enchanted Blaze Rod. And then what we would need for that is combat, so Enchanted Blaze Rod. And then we do an order of 1, and that is 533,000 coins. So let's buy it. Then we just need to wait for that to fill. And then we can go ahead and sell it for 573,000, a decent profit there as well. Now, what's really useful about Bazaar Notifier is not just that it tells you those flips, but the really useful part is obviously the notifier part. So that's what this little menu down here is. This tells me that it's a buy order and that it is currently the best price. So the Bazaar works on a system of bids. So as you can see in the top orders, I am currently the #1 best price to pay for this item. I'm offering the most amount of coins. And then it will then tell me later that it has been matched, which means someone else is willing to pay the same amount of coins, or that it's outdated, which means someone is paying more coins, which means that my order won't fill until that person's already has. This can sometimes mean that it's a good time to relist your order if you're looking for speed. And some outdated orders will never fill. It will also tell me when my order has filled, and it does all of the same things with sell orders. It'll tell me when it's good, when it's outdated, when it's matched, everything like that. And the best thing is, all of those messages pop up in the chat as soon as the item is ready. Another mod that's incredibly helpful for this is actually Not Enough Updates. Now, you've probably heard of Not Enough Updates. They have an insane amount of features in their mod. There's so many different things, but what we're mainly looking at today is their item search and their item recipes and profit. So if I'm looking over here, it actually tells me for all of these items, it tells me more information. So if, let's say I go over to the auction, it will tell me exactly the lowest bin, the age price, the age sales, the best selling method, for example, NPC or Bazaar or to the auction house. So for example, with Super Boom, it says the best selling method is lowest bin, but it actually could be the NPC for other items like we saw with the Goblin Armor. Very, very helpful mod. It gives me all of those prices, which is incredibly helpful to have around, as well as how many you're selling per day, which is very important when you're auction flipping, as well as if we go into NEU, we can see one of those buy order messages came through, buy order, so that is now outdated, so that might take a little longer to fill. So another thing you can do with Not Enough Updates is if you click E, you can then search for any item in the game. They have literally every item. So let's say you're looking into flipping an item or looking at it on the Bazaar. Let's say I was looking into whether blaze rods are a good flip. What I could do is press right mouse button and get a lot more information. So first of all, it tells me all of the buy, sell, insta-sell, best selling method. And then also it pulls up this web renderer, which it seems like might be having some problems right now. It says downloading, so we'll give that a second. And there we go. So it gives me all of the information about the blaze rod, including the collection, everything like that. It gives me all of the uses, so every single recipe that the blaze rod can be used for, and the history of the item. So the recipes to make it are, and then if I go in, and I can also use U, which tells me all of the usages. So for example, the redstone can be used in a compass, it can be used in detector rails, efficiency books, enchanted redstone, obviously, redstone torches, clocks, lots of redstone, different things. It tells me magical mushroom soup. And we can also see that Bazaar Notifier just told us one of our orders was filled. So we go in here and we can buy and claim this one, which we bought for 533,821 coins, and then put it back up for 5,573,000 coins. best offer, and then that is now the best offer, and it will be telling me that again in the Bazaar. So if I click in, that is currently the best offer, and we just need to wait for it to fill, and then I would have gotten profit. Obviously, you'd probably be doing this on a larger scale with more items, but this is just for demonstration purposes. And that is another fantastic mod. And finally, there's another mod which is really good called Not Enough Coins. This is an auction house flipper mod. All you need to do now is type /NEC toggle, which is actually less than you had to do before, and then it'll tell me flipper enabled, and then I just have to wait for a flip. So basically, items will come up in chat with a profit listed. You will click on them, and then you will purchase that auction, and then you can then relist it onto the auction house and make a bunch of profit. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, but it can genuinely make you some decent profit depending on how many people are trying to use it at a time and whether it happens to be working. I've had some success with it in the past, but your mileage may vary. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please subscribe because it really helps me out. And watch the video on screen now for some passive income methods you can use to make 20 million coins every single day. Goodbye.